Current Affairs January 2020 Part 3. 31st question. Which country recently passed a law making the ethnic unity in the region mandatory? A. Cambodia, B. Thailand, C. Vietnam, D. Tibet. The correct answer is D. Tibet. The People's Congress of Tibet recently passed a law that makes ethnic unity in the region mandatory. The regulations, which are meant to strengthen the ethnic unity, are expected to come into effect from May 1st, 2020. The new law stated that it is the common responsibility of the people of all ethnic groups to safeguard reunification of the country and strive hard against separatism. There are more than 40 ethnic minorities in the region, which constitute nearly 95% of the population of Tibet. This decision is expected to improve the socio-economic development of the country. Next question. The Union Home Minister Amit Shah is to launch POLNET 2.0 platform. What is the POLNET 2.0 associated with? A. Political campaign, B. Political network service, C. Police network service, D. Police complaint registration. The answer is Police network service, C. The Union Home Minister Amit Shah is to launch the new platform POLNET 2.0 during the National Conference of Heads of Public Protection and Disaster Relief Organization on January 20 in New Delhi. The Directorate of Coordination Police Wireless manages and operates POLNET, or the Police Network Service in the country. The Directorate has created a new robust communication platform with improved multimedia facilities for police and security forces called POLNET 2.0. It will be beneficial during disasters or law and order problems. The next question. What is the name of the exhibition of the Indian electrical industry recently inaugurated by the Union Minister of Heavy Industry and Public Enterprises? A. ELECASE, B. ELECRAMA, C. ELECTRON, D. ELECTRIC 2.0. So the right answer is B. ELECRAMA. Union Minister of Heavy Industry and Public Enterprises MOEFCC or MOI&B Prakash Javadekar inaugurated ELECRAMA 2020 in Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Minister of Power and New and Renewable Energy IC R.K. Singh was also present during the inaugural ceremony. ELECRAMA is organized by the Indian Electrical and Electronics Manufacturers Association IEEMA. Once in every 2 years, it is an exhibition conference in the field of Indian electrical industry. The event displays various products and technologies in the field and creates a trade platform between buyers and sellers. It also hosts various seminars for acknowledge and exchange. The next question. Who was recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive of Bank of Baroda? Option A. Challa Srinivasul Shetty, B. Rajneesh Kumar, option C. Sanjeev Chadda, option D. Atanu Kumar Das. So the right answer is option C. Sanjeev Chadda. The Appointments Committee of the Cabinet appointed Sanjeev Chadda as the Managing Director and the Chief Executive of the Public Sector Bank of Baroda. Chadda was serving as a Deputy Managing Director at SBI Capital Markets. Another two key appointments were also made, which includes Lingam Venkata Prabhakar as MD and CEO of Canara Bank and Atanu Kumar Das as MD and CEO of Bank of India. While Lingam Venkata Prabhakar was the executive director of Punjab National Bank. Earlier, Atanu Kumar Das was executive director at the Bank of India, who will be promoted to the post of MD and CEO. Question 35. The recently set up National Startup Advisory Council is to be chaired by the Union Minister. Option A, Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Option B, Minister of Corporate Affairs. Option C, Minister of Commerce and Industry. Option D, Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So the right answer is option C, Minister of Commerce and Industry. The Union government recently announced that a National Startup Advisory Council has been set up. The council will advise the center on steps to be taken to create a strong environment for startup companies in India. The council will be chaired by the Union Commerce Minister, while it will have non-official members with 2-year term to be nominated by the center. Other members include founders of successful startups and veterans who have started and grown companies in India. The nominees of the ministries and organizations concerned, not below the rank of joint secretary, will be ex officio members. Next, question number 36. The 9th Nations Cup boxing tournament at which India won 6 medals was held in which country? A. Russia, B. Serbia, C. Kazakhstan, D. Nepal. So the right answer is option B. Serbia. The 9th Nations Cups boxing tournament was held in the city of Sombor, Serbia. India finished the tournament with an impressive haul of 6 medals, including 4 silver and 2 bronze. Monica, Ritu Gerwal, M. Meena Kumari and Bhagyabati won silver medals for India under the categories of 48 kg, 51 kg, 54 kg and 75 kg respectively. Though all the 4 Indians were qualified for and contested the final bout for gold, they settled for silver medals. Other Indian boxers Pavitra and Basumatrai Puilav won a bronze medal each. The next question 37. The Reserve Bank of India recently cancelled the authorization certificate of which famous payment system operator? Tata Communications Payment Solutions, Vodafone m-pesa Ltd, Infibeam Avenues Limited, Muthoot Finance Limited. So the right answer is option B, Vodafone m-pesa Limited. The Reserve Bank of India (RBI) recently cancelled the certificate of authorization of Vodafone m-pesa after it voluntarily surrendered its authorization. RBI authorizes the payment system operator to set up and operate in India under the Payment and Settlement System Act 2007. After the closure of Aditya Birla Idea Payment Banks Limited, with which Vodafone m-pesa was merged, the company decided to apply for voluntary surrender of authorization. After the cancellation, the company cannot transact business of issuance and operation of prepaid payment instrument, but the customers or merchants with a valid claim on the company as a PSO can approach it till September 30, 2022. 38th question. Hussein Dab, who was seen in news recently, is the Prime Minister of which country? Option A, Israel. Option B, Jordan. Option C, Syria. Option D, Lebanon. The right answer is option D, Lebanon. Lebanon formed a new government recently under Prime Minister Hassan Diab amidst various economic and political crises. The country remained without an effective government after a former Prime Minister Saad al-Hariri quit from his role in October 2019 under pressure from protest against state corruption and mismanagement. The president of Lebanon, Michael Aoun, nominated Hassan Diab as a new prime minister. Hassan Diab is a 60-year-old professor at the American University of Beirut, who heads a new cabinet of 20 members. The members were mostly backed by political parties, while the protesters demanded a new government with independent technocrats. 39th question. What is the rank of India in 2019 Democracy Index released by the Economist Intelligence Unit? Option A 41, option B 51, option C 61, option D 71. The right answer is option B 51. In the recently released 2019 Democracy Index's global ranking, India slipped 10 ranks to be placed in 51 this year. The global index is released by the Economist Intelligence Unit. The overall score of India also came down to 6.90 from the earlier score of 7.23. India ranks 8th in the Asian and Australia's region. The report assesses the state of democracy worldwide in 165 independent states and 2 territories to prepare the index. According to the report, there are only 22 full democracies, while it places India under flawed democracies, which includes countries that hold free and fair elections but have significant weakness in democratic aspects. 40th question. Shivangi Sharma, a top swimmer who clinched 5 gold medals in the Khelo Youth India Games, belongs to which state? A. Assam, B. Maharashtra, C. Haryana, and D. Rajasthan. The right option is A. Assam. Shivangi Sharma is a top freestyle swimmer who belongs to the state of Assam. She has won 5 gold medals and 2 silver medals for Assam in the recently held Khelo India Youth Games. She became the most successful girl in the event with 7 medals. Shivangi won her 5th gold medal in the 50-meter freestyle event in the category of women under 21. In addition to her earlier gold in 100-meter, 200-meter, 400-meter and 800-meter freestyle events and 2 silver medals in the team events. The next question, 41. Who has been recently awarded with the Subhash Chandra Bose Apada Prabandhan Puraskar 2020? Option A Vijay Kumar, option B Sailendra Babu, option C Kumar Munnan Singh, option D Naveen Kumar. So the right option is option C Kumar Munnan Singh. Kumar Munnan Singh has been selected for the Subhash Chandra Bose Apada Prabandhan Puraskar 2020 under the individual category. Under the institution category, Disasters Mitigation and Management Center, Uttarakhand, has been selected for the award. Kumar Munnan Singh was the founding member of the National Disaster Management Authority in 2005. He is also lauded for establishing the National Disaster Response Force (NDRF) from scratch. The award is given by the Government of India to recognize the commendable work done by individuals and organizations in the field of disaster management. The award is announced every year on 23rd January, which marks the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. The next question, 42. India recently handed over the consignment of measles and rubella vaccines to which country after suspected outbreak? Option A Sri Lanka, option B Maldives, option C Bangladesh, option D Nepal. The correct answer is B Maldives. More than 30,000 doses of measles and rubella vaccines to the Maldives to control the outbreak of measles in the island country. Though Maldives has eliminated the spread of measles, the government in May suspected an outbreak of the disease after it detected the case. The country made an emergency request to India for the vaccines, which was handed over within 3 days of the request. Maldives had earlier approached Denmark and UNICEF for the vaccines. It is also said that 4 people of Maldives tested positive for the disease in the past 1 week. The next question, 43. The ban on which Indian Sports Federation has been lifted recently by its international regulator ahead of Tokyo Olympics 2020? Option A, Athletic Federation of India. Option B, Archery Association of India. Option C, All India Tennis Association. Option D, All India Football Federation. So the right option is option B, Archery Association of India. Recently, the World Archery has conditionally lifted the suspension of the Archery Association of India ahead of Tokyo Olympics 2020. The Archery Association of India had been suspended since August 5, 2019, following elections in New Delhi on 18th January. The Indian archery athletes were only allowed to compete under a neutral flag at events that directly affected their qualification chances for the Olympics. After the ban is lifted, Indian archers are allowed to participate in World Archery events. India currently has 3 men's and 1 women's quota place at Tokyo 2020. Next question, 44. The country's first Super Fab Lab fabrication laboratory is to be set up in which state? Option A, Karnataka. Option B, Kerala. Option C, Tamil Nadu. And option D, Telangana. The right answer is option B, Kerala. The country's first Super Fab Lab fabrication laboratory was recently launched at the integrated startup complex of the Kerala Startup Mission, Kusum. The facility was inaugurated by the Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan. This Fab Lab, which is the only such facility outside the United States, will function in collaboration with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology (MIT). The Kusum Super Fab Lab comprises at 10,000 square feet area and has state-of-the-art machines worth more than rupees 7 crores. This will enable the state to produce machines locally and boost the hardware industries of India. 45th question. How many personalities were selected for the Padma Bhushan Award on the Republic Day 2020? Option A, 14. Option B, 15. Option C, 16. Option D, 17. The right option C, 16. 16 eminent personalities were selected for the Padma Bhushan Award for their distinguished service of high order out of the 141 total Padma awardees selected this year. There were 7 Padma Vibhushan, 16 Padma Bhushan and 118 Padma Shri awardees. Famous personalities who were selected for the Padma Bhushan award includes top-rated badminton player P.V. Sindhu, former Chief Minister of Goa Manohar Parrikar, father of modern legal education in India N.R. Mahadav Menon, and businessmen Anand Mahindra and Venu Srinivasan. 46th question. Which Indian shipbuilder is to deliver the anti-submarine stealth warship INS Kavaratti to Indian Navy? Option A, Musgaon Dock Limited. Option B, Cochin Shipyard Limited. Option C, Hindustan Shipyard Limited. Option D, Garden Reach Shipbuilder and Engineers. So the correct answer is option D, Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers. Kolkata-based defense PSU Garden Reach Shipbuilder and Engineers is to deliver the anti-submarine stealth warship INS Kavaratti to the Indian Navy soon. As per the recent announcement, Kavaratti is the last of the 4 anti-submarine warfare ASW stealth corvettes built by the GRSE of the Indian Navy under Project P28. The first three, Kamorta, Kadmat and Kiltan, named after islands in the Lakshadweep archipelago, were delivered from 2014 to 2017. The new Kavaratti warship has 90% indigenous components and is expected to require lower maintenance. With all the trials being completed, the ship is to be delivered by the month end. 47th question. Which Indian squash player became the runner-up in the Pittsburgh Open Squash Tournament? Option A, Josna Chinnappa. Option B, Deepika Pallikal. Option C, Saurav Ghoshal. Option D, Sunayana Kuruvilla. The correct answer is option C, Saurav Ghoshal. Ace Indian squash player Saurav Ghoshal became the runner-up in the Pittsburgh Open Squash Tournament after he lost to the top seed Egyptian player Fares Doskoy in the final. The second seed Gaurav Ghoshal lost 7-11, 4-11 and 9-11 to the Egyptian player after he advanced to the finals by defeating the fifth seed Egypt's Omar Mossad in the hard-fought semi-final match, which lasted for an hour and 13 minutes. Saurav has reached his career-high world ranking of 10th in April 2019. The next question, 48. The Indian Railways is expected to be electrified by which year as per the recent statement of the Union Railway Minister? Option A, 2023. Option B, 2024. Option C, 2025. Option D, 2026. The right option is 2024. The Union Railway Minister Piyush Goyal recently announced that the Indian Railways is set to run entirely on electricity by the year 2024 and diesel locomotives are gradually being pushed out of service. Once achieved, India will have the first railway network in the world to be run completely on electricity. He announced this during the India-Brazil Business Forum, which was organized during Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro's official visit to India. The minister also hoped to make the entire railway network a net zero emission network by 2030, which will use clean energy and clean power. The next question, 49. The Skill Development Center to train tribals named Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Center for Empowerment and Livelihoods is to be set up in which state? Option A, Uttar Pradesh. Option B, Gujarat. Option C, Rajasthan. And option D, Chhattisgarh. So the right option is option B, Gujarat. The foundation stone for the Skill Development Center to train tribals of Kevadia village in Gujarat was led by the Union External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar recently. The center is named Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Center for Empowerment and Livelihoods. It is a joint initiative of Gujarat government owned Sardar Sarovar Narmada Nigam Limited and a Telangana based foundation. The world's tallest colossal statue, the 182-meter tall Statue of Unity, is located in the Kevadia village, which is situated in the district of Narmada, Gujarat. As the statue attracts nearly 17,000 visitors daily, the local tribal youth will be trained in tourism, hospitality management. The last question, 50th question. Indian Railways has commissioned the country's first governmental waste to energy plant in which city? Option A, New Delhi. Option B, Hyderabad. Option C, Bhubaneswar. Option D, Lucknow. So the right option is option C, Bhubaneswar. The country's first governmental waste to energy plant is commissioned by the Indian Railways in Bhubaneswar under the East Coast Railway Zone. The plant has a waste handling capacity of 500 kg per day and it has been constructed in just 3 months at an installation cost of rupees 1.79 crore. The plant uses a patented technology called polycrack, which converts multiple feedstocks into hydrocarbon liquid fuels, gas, carbon, and water. The plant is commissioned at Mancheshwar Carriage Repair Workshop, from where the waste is collected and fed to the plant.